What up? Sorry, I'm looking at the camera. It's weird. Just checking my settings. 2 seconds. Now you can look at the other crap on the wall. Alright. Okay, cool. What's up, guys? I thought I'd broadcast the Reaper Frog Rumble Finals because they're happening this weekend. They're happening in like 8 minutes or something. Probably 7. Depends on when those guys are ready. But been an interesting 17-person event. Having a Mihawk here come up from the winner's bracket. Getting past the most guys past the big dog Alephia. It is a Stein Monarch mirror, so I think most of them are using this one of these two lists here. I can't spoil anything for the integrity of the event, but as everybody and their mothers know, Stein Monarch is just the premier deck here. It's got all the means and tools for removal. Oh, sorry. I don't know if people are using Jazz's version of the list. Someone probably has the cow one, but if we go back to one of the past events, no, Luffy didn't play that one. Sorry, it's like one of these two lists here. The cow and the Alephia. You can see all the other lists because I have FL Premium. Or I have a subscription to FL, so I can see all the deck lists from past events. Some people have been cooking, having some interesting creations. But for the most part, Stein Monarch's just been pushing its way to the top. And it's a really it's just a really consistent, flexible deck. Can play just fine even into bad matchups, and even all the counters to things like Treeborn Frog and Cyberstein. Because say if you're like in a warrior matchup, you can just completely cut the Stein out, and you still have a really good. Even if you take Stein out of the equation, you still have a really good tool with Frog to just constantly play into to have Monarchs ready. It's probably like the only format where Treeborn Frog is unlimited, and it's like not eroded. Or maybe they got changed at some point in history. Maybe later in the Zexal era. But yeah, I will say it does make for some interesting mirrors, granted someone doesn't just get Stein OTK'd. Because they have to play around a whole bunch of different tools, such as the interactions with like Raigeki Break. There's some timing that requires the cards like Treeborn Frog. Like, I feel like it's not always good to just like set it unless you absolutely have to, because it can get banished by Warrior Lady or Kaiku, or it can get scoped out by the Nomina Crossout. It's a really good Frog's really discard off like Raigeki Break, and of course you can do things like, and of course like the enemy controller just plays perfectly with it. So with all these like tools, it does make for some, I'm repeating myself, it does make for some interesting mirrors between the two. It just, more often than not, just has the means to work out against all the other decks in the format. If everyone's curious, there's a few that can compete, like Warriors topped a few times, even one. The latest being, even PradaG going 3rd place for the last one. With Warrior just kind of like rushing down and dealing with Monarchs. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Warrior being Warrior, probably the more simple deck to play in this format if playing Frogs and Monarchs isn't your thing, or because not everybody wants to or enjoys playing the deck. So some people like me just like to bounce to different different decks and different options, different things. I won't ramble too much. Maybe I'll like quickly get. Maybe after this match, I'll quickly do the end and then the coverage, and then I can kind of see some things happening here in Reaper. It's a difficult format to cover just because it's like, well, why would you play anything other than Stein Monarch? It's like, well, some people want to play like Bazoo Return or try some Chaos Control, or there's a whole gallery. It's like a whole history. Everyone knows the history of this format. MBT and SEMO covered it. People found out it's just a bunch of Stein Monarch bullshit. But there's a bit of history. Interesting on top of that. Somewhat of a variety, but a lot of it comes down to it being like an aggro format. Not quite the control centric like Goat is. But I think we're about to start loading into DP here. Yeah, I just gotta switch over to Dueling Book. I'm probably disconnected because if you're tabbed away from Dueling Book for like 10 seconds, you'll get cut out. Anyone in chat? I hope my chat's connected then. Give me an AO in the chat, or yo, what's up in the chat, so I can see who's here. Don't leave me hanging, guys. I'm like talking. Otherwise, I'm like talking to the void. Oh god. Please connect. Oh god, don't do this to me. This is the grand finals of oh, okay, good. We're in? I don't believe that for a second. There we go. I'm getting some very weird playback. Okay. Let's see if these guys are ready to load in. I see PradaG, aka he's running for it on Dueling Book. I see him, he's about to go in, so I'm just gonna give these guys the notice. Just waiting for Mihawk to join the match. Once they see that this is out, I'll go in and spectate. Seriously, is nobody in the chat? Everybody playing the EWCQ, or I know there's an Edison live event happening right now, and there's always people like playing, like there's always like some Go Edison stuff happening on the weekend, so people are probably off watching that. They don't want to see this crap. They don't want to see this. They don't want to see the Monarch mirror. They're running for the hills when they're seeing Reaper form, and they're like, hell no. Hell that shit. I tried playing that. I got Stein OTK'd. I'm out. I'm gonna go play Chimera Tech. Play PC. I don't know what it is with me in these formats. There's just a charm to it. We're just gonna stand by. We're just gonna wait here for our good buddy Mihawk. Mihawk, who's taken more recent interest in these GX era events. He's usually playing the DM era ones. We'll just awaiting a friend. How's your weekend, guys? Oh, you're going to the one person here. Can watch some Edison while we're waiting. Let's watch some. The whole EWCQ happening right now. Let's see if I know anybody. There's Juan, there's Transom. Oh players I want to watch. Close to Mafia. I recognize him from the Discord. My god. Watch this while we're waiting. This isn't the finals. This is just a random medicine game. We're just waiting. So it's scrub for lights up. He's got the Armageddon Knight PFP like I do. Yeah, Edison's been. There's some interesting opinions that fire on with like Edison because, you know, it's as one of the big, it's arguably the biggest of the big four. I don't know. There's some discrepancy between that and GOAT, but some people are. There's a lot of people, especially on FL, they're like, they really just do not like Edison at all. They think it's run its course and it's a little bit overrated. I don't know. Edison's one of those formats where I can play once in a while. I don't mind playing on occasion, but I couldn't grind the format. Just, I can only do so much Edison. I don't hate it, but like I do not think it's the be all end all of these retro formats. Then again, I'm the type of person that's gonna jump from format to format. So what can I say? So I'm just gonna write a message to PradaG. Mihawk's running a little bit behind. I did give him like a 2-hour window. Might just be doing something. We're just chilling though. There's no rush. Armageddon Knight. Looks like we got it's like Vayu versus something. I don't know. We got the hero package, but I don't know. I don't recognize this hero build like the Upstart Goblins. Well, I guess we'll find out. Wow, he dropped the Gores that early. I guess I really wanted Gores in the field. I'm trying to move so much because I have a squeaky, creaky chair. I don't know what this Kuroshi's guy's build is. I just recognize Scrub for Life. So that's why I started watching this. We can watch another match while we're waiting. Oh, Danny Cassie. It's GBs versus Frogs. GB is an interesting deck. Some people really don't like playing against it. But, actually, no, while we're waiting... No, never mind. Figuring out where our opponent is. Mihawk appears to be online, but a little bit off schedule. They were really confused watching the stream. BrainCon, oh. Yeah, Hero Frog versus GBs. A Reaper would be a lot more interesting a format if we had things like Gladiator Beast and the missing elemental heroes. Okay, Mihawk is en route, so we're gonna get started pretty soon. Oh, damn. Danny's gonna hit that brain con to Solemn. Okay, looks like these guys are here. I'm gonna go find them. Alright, guys, now we can watch the grand finals. And here we are. Now it's time to fire up that OST. Yep, okay, fun. Mihawk wins the RPs. Now, Mihawk, this is double elimination, so if Mihawk wins this game, he wins the whole tournament, but if PradaG wins, he goes to another game. So again, Mihawk just needs to win this one game, and he's won the whole tournament because it's double elimination. And if PradaG wins, they goes to a second set. Mihawk's gonna T-pose, pass it back to PradaG. Just set one. There's the MST going off, hitting the PradaG's Raigeki break. This is the Reaper. Sorry, the Stein Monarch mirror. So both players are gonna be using extremely similar deck lists. So I don't know. There might be a few different ratios and card choices here and there, but for the most part, it's all one the same. Mihawk getting a bit of a solid lead here. 6 cards to 5. Reaper just knocked out at the Stalos. Unfortunate of PradaG to lose that Raigeki break. BrainCon is gonna take Reaper out of the equation. Gonna pass it back to Mihawk. PradaG not setting up too much board, but you have to be careful about how you set up your board against this Monarch deck. Similar to how, like, if you're played Perfect Circle, you set up versus PCM, you don't want to give them too many plays to work off of. Because the more cards you have set, or more cards in play, the more moves they have. Mihawk's going to punch him with that Mystic Tomato. PradaG's going to be knocked down to that 5,500. Cold Wave's going to come in. The T-Roar coming in. Mihawk just having very huge control over this current match. So PradaG slapped down a Cyber Dragon. Can't declare an attack. Gonna drop the Exiled. PradaG's gonna think about what he wants to use Exile to do. Gonna get rid of that Tomato. No. Whoa. Yeah, no. Caught that. PradaG was under T-Roar, he could not have do that. Unfortunately, I gave away the Mihawk set. I guess I'll have to be here to just oversee, make sure there's no other plays. Cold Wave is still in effect, so Mihawk can't play any spell traps. I have to catch this. Oh jeez. A little bit rocky here. I guess I'm on standby. Okay. Yeah, he's under Cold Wave, so that will can't be. Oh, it's giving away a lot of info. Eesh. That's a little bit unfortunate, but he has a little bit of good. I was here on standby. I guess I'll give Mihawk a chance to go back from the initial main phase here yet. We'll let him run it back there. Okay, so that's fair. I guess it's fair. Could have been a lot more harsh and say, oh well, he flipped up his monster. He can't take that back. But you know, it's a more casual event. I'm not playing for money or for invitationals, so can't be too anal about things. Foulface, I'm gonna go in and gonna punch that tree frog. Unfortunately, he knew what that was because of that the procedural error that occurred. Stand by main. D-hole's gonna come. Pop Sangan. This is still very favorable for Mihawk. He's gonna grab the Stein. If he grabs the Stein, it's curtains. This might be it for Prada. What? Okay. Sorry, I'm not one to judge, honestly. Wait, what? Whoa, what the heck's going on? There's the will. Oh, okay, now the... There we go, there we go. Okay, he's... Alright. Alright. Okay. Aside from a few procedural errors, looks like Mihawk had a pretty good grasp on the game. Having the MST to that right Geki break, Reaper to shave the card out, and T-Roar in response to the Cold Wave. Prada might be a little hard pressed to extend this finals bout. Sightings in. It's where the things where the dust shoot's gotta start kicking in. Some decks, like, well, the Monarch's not really maining trap dust shoot, I notice as much, just because A, you may not always be against Monarchs, and B, games at Reaper tend to go a little more low resource than one man anticipates, so oh, actually, maybe no. The other song. This one. They go a little more low resource, so when games go really down to like the mid and late, like down to the wire, the dust shoot can have a actually does have a problem with going live because a lot of these decks are built to have like live cards constantly because you need active outs to things like oh, here comes the dust shoot, standby phase. Mihawk a bit eager, that's okay because his hand gets revealed because the trap dust shoot is such a dumb card. It's such a dumb card. I wish it was a little more. I like using it in the strategic sense, like in response to something, but the fact you can just fire it off when you're just like turn 2, it's silly. It's really goofy. Road is coming down, so Mihawk might be using the cow version of the deck, which does include a single copy, 1 or 2 copies of Rhoda. Depends. I don't know. Mihawk may have adjusted the build. Exile could come in. Is gonna pop this set card. The tomatoes out of the equation. Oh my god. Last will. He's gonna go for the Stein right away. This finals gonna. Wow, he's really going. Oh, he's going all in. But that's set. But this set card. The set card might. Wow. Well, Prada's not gonna die unless Mihawk has like freaking limiter removal or something. Oh wow, that actually goes off. Set 1, pass forward, but now Mihawk. Oh, MST, gonna hit the CT. Prada has a brain control though. That would be really nice. Rhoda's coming in. Okay, here comes. Gonna drop the exiled. So if you're Prada, I guess you just. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay. I thought I was gonna work something else. Just double last will. Tribu's exiled pops the set. Depending on the 2 cards, Mihawk should. Now it depends on the 2 cards. What he's gonna bring. Because. You don't want to leave too many things unattacked when you have 1700 LP. I wonder what he could be bringing out. big think. What I think he could have done is, I don't know, this is probably just me playing Captain Hindsight, is have Exile punch these Stein in the face. Then main phase 2, tribute Exile for the side twin, and then Duelist Craft about double last tool. I'm gonna drop the chat one. Set up the wall. Mihawk, unless he has like Mihawk might have oh, it doesn't mark. Play okay. Stein to defense. Set another card. Set another card. Set. Oh no, everything's set. Four cards to 4 cards. Mihawk doesn't have TT, but here comes the Warrior Lady. Battle, DD Warrior's gonna come in. Probably don't need to ban. Okay. I was saying, you probably don't need to banish this right away. Unless he can somehow use his 2 set cards. Probably could have kept DD Whirly for an extra turn, I don't know. But, again, I don't want to play armchair gamer. Tribute, Mobius, ooh. Great time to have Mobius. Is there a T-Roar? Oh, he hits 2 spell cards. So I wonder what was Mihawk trying to avoid with. Okay, Tomato comes in. Mobius gonna punch him in the face. Gonna run 600. Mihawk's gonna run into a bit of trouble here. RB. Gonna pop that, bring back the frog. So that might be his only play this turn. Now you just hope that PradaG doesn't have like a Zaborg or something, or all PradaG needs is like another normal summon. Or a Zaborg play and then he's out. Just needs a good old normal summon. Really? Okay. Hopefully Mihawk didn't draw his Zaborg. No. Now it's really coming down to just like a top deck war. Oh, even if PradaG just draws like an enemy controller. Gosh. PradaG cannot afford to lose this one now. Oh. Econ? Nope. Just gonna hit that thing. What's he looking for? Doesn't have to worry about DD Warrior Lady or Exile, so he can probably safe to grab a Tomato. Mihawk could probably win off a Tomato war here. Oh. Or just get rid of the damn Tomato entirely. Ooh, sheesh. This can also do 400 damage to Mihawk. Great use of the Stalos. Wait out the Sangan Surge. That's nowadays a board. Set. Yes. Getting to a set, so I wonder what. Is that a Tomato he put down? Jeez, where's the sparks, honestly? Yeah, set a break of the Magical Warrior. PradaG's gonna set this card. Dude, oh, there's the Mobius. It's gonna flush out this. Quite interesting they're setting their cards in the board in this situation, but I digress. So you're not really worried about confiscation or trap that shit. And that's it. PradaG's taking game 2. PradaG. getting out of that one. I thought Mihawk had some way to just like kill him right off the bat. But we're good. We're chilling. Question is, can Mihawk secure the game 3 and win this whole thing, or will Prada take the G3 and push it to a new set? We shall see. It can be anyone's tournament. I've had this a lot of times in my Cyber Goat tournaments. And I guess Reaper turns, to that matter. Wait. No. Last two Reaper tournaments were always really small, and Cal was just beating up everybody. Played next to OST. Mihawk going first this time. We had a set. Pass. Rhoda. Bringing the DDWL. I'm gonna go after whatever this is. Alright, Frog is going bye-bye. See, I don't like, I don't know, if I was playing a deck, I don't want to just like set the tree board right off the bat just because like of things like Knock, even though it's a 1-of, DD Whirly, even though it's a 1-of. I feel like there's more ways to get rid of it on the field as opposed to like having it in the hand. Mihawk checking the trap flush shoot. Breaker coming down. Prada's gonna think on this, does he want to let Breaker pop something? Prada's gonna think about the Breaker normal summon. He might be contemplating the chain of, yeah, Raigeki break. Dropping, oh, okay, that's very interesting. Oh, here comes the last will. Ooh. Is Mihawk gonna go for another Stein push? Are we gonna get Deja Vu? Yeah, it's going for Mr. Is he gonna pry? Oh. No prio from Stein. Mihawk's like, okay. Mihawk might be under. Cyber going over for another Cyber Twinner. That's gonna go through. So what does the Mr. Me? Oh, this is gonna work once again. So was the check for prio a bluff? Another last tool is gonna come. Well, I guess it worked because Mihawk didn't overcommit to this play. It's gonna put a Reaper in defense. Question is, what on the hell is that set card that Prada has here? Oh, if only didn't need to pitch that Snatch Steal. I had. Okay. Prada is once again staring down a Cyber Twin Dragon, and he better come with the goods, or he is going to die. A horrible, painful death. Breaker gonna be dropped. Is the summon okay? I'm really curious as to what Prada's game plan is. Oh, not even hurrying up. Not even getting rid of the spell counter. He's gonna attack the Stein. This is gonna do 1200 to Mihawk. Again, I'm. Whatever your plan is, Prada, I hope it works, because Big Dragon is scared. Oh, jeez. Econ, but is he switching breaker to defense, or is he gonna tribute to get control of the breaker? Defense. Uh-oh. What would you do, Mr. Prada? Oh, jeez. This could be curtains. Are we just gonna finish it up? Econ is gonna put that Cyber Twin to defense position. Okay, I found our card. Where is the dark hole when you need it? Am I right? Tribute. The Zaborg. Ooh, pop the Spirit Reaper of all things. Okay. Ugh. Hope your lucky stars that mihawk doesn't have a thing. Oh. Is this it? Oh, this is it. That's it. That's it. Mihawk has taken the match, and he has taken the tournament win. He's just dipped on out. Whew. Oh shit, I was gonna watch the replay. Oh jeez. Well, I can watch it in a second, I guess. Yeah. Congratulations to Mihawk. That was well done in the event. We have another Stein Monarch. Go figure, Stein Monarch again. SM. I'm hanging out for a bit. I'll just do a hindsight replay of this final match. And I am sitting below my camera. Nobody told me, because nobody's chatting. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm gonna let this play. And so I can quickly do the coverage of the event. Give Mihawk his Reaper Champion title. Yeah, just one last look over of this final battle. Oh dude, I was supposed to be watching it like this. Oh my god. What a scuffed stream. This is what happens when we don't do this enough. I'm gonna let that play out, and then I'm gonna do the coverage on FL. We can look at some of the deck lists. I can't believe I was using the wrong overlay. That's crazy, they're pitching their brain controls. It's a wave. Oh, this is from oh, now this is from Mihawk's perspective. Okay, the blocks. Okay, the block should be up. I will prop that up in just a second. Share it in my tournament chat. So yeah, if we go back to my stream, I just finished the coverage. Now I have all the deck lists on display. See who's on the sauce. I can see it all because I had the power. That's alright. I'll zoom in if I have to. Maybe I'll do a little thing. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I just want to check the chat. Alright, yeah, this is the Reaper Frog number 3 coverage of the event we just did. I just finished it. It's a 19-person tournament. This is the sadly the biggest of these Reaper Frog events I've done in the series. I meant to accommodate one more person, but unfortunately I couldn't get him in. I didn't get him in time. And some people, like GMIFest, didn't get to any matches in. They asked me to drop suddenly. But we can see here we have the winning list here. It looks like Mihawk made a few changes from the other frog list, but more or less everything is kind of intact. The triple will, double econ, all the ratios still look relatively the same, just a few different card choices. I can see MOF in this side, only 2 dust shoot. But then that looks pretty standard to the Stein Monarch. This was PradaG's list. It was actually a Alefia's list from a past event. So, from the first event that I covered. Again, more or less the same what you're looking at. He's got in Kaiku in the side. Yeah, it's the same as before. Speaking of Alefia, it looks like he was pretty much doing a similar list. Bring Chaos Orkin in the side, which is interesting. But a lot of these are looking a lot the same, like Double Tornado on TT, the extra dust shoots, and then Scapegoat meta the side to go against the warrior decks. He's got one creature swap in the main, one on the side. Swap being really good with some of these cards, as you guys know. It's got the extra cold wave. I guess it's just not as potent in some matches. We've got a few of the not unconventional lists kicking around. This is not Stein Monarch. This is the Dark World list I concocted. I could use some work. I'd probably cut like Dark Deal out if I had to purchase again. Maybe for, I don't know what I put in, something else. I would probably change. I don't know. I'd have to get someone else's like opinion on what to like change. I did really like Lily, and I like Pete and the Dark Clown. Is it Pete or Penn? I don't know. I probably decided Mind Crush more, especially going to some of the Monarchs, because when they bring in cards off of like Rhoda now, or I just know that there's like a Zaborg in hand or something. I'm rambling, but I would see if I want to do this again, but I'd have to tweak it. I thought it was. It's hard to do this without a graceful charity. I'll tell you that much. I really had to wait for card destruction in a few situations. This guy actually played during the in a lot of the past Reaper events. I think on the old Reaper server, and they're rocking the Pac-Man from Go. Pac-Man having a little bit of legs here, it seems, because of the you still have all the floodgates here. It's semi-limited. Things like Wall. Not afraid to rock the Solemn. But this guy had a pretty good run in this smaller event. I do like the spice coming in. Some of the goat decks flexing into the Reaper side of things. Given this format's more like battle phase centric, you have a lot of tools to circumvent aggression. Rocking the triple prohibition. Crazy. Got Bazoo Return coming back. Nice to. Actually, this is the deck this is usually my go-to for this format. And even sometimes Cyber is the Bazoo Return. It's just fun. You can do the big special summon play. Although it is hard because you do have to like actually. The problem with like this deck is that the ratios for return from a different dimension, because sometimes you draw it's completely dead, and then like when you need it, sometimes you don't draw. You know that thing, because it's like it's a normal trap that it's unsearchable unless you had some weird thing like Catabellum, but no one's gonna do that. This guy I think is fairly new to the Reaper events. He got pretty far with the this build. I do like the Bazoo stuff. Bazoo being able to hit over the Monarchs is pretty good. Cyber Drawer to help at least draw the return cards. I don't know, I think there's some tweaks being made to go better against the Stein Monarch. It's like, yeah, you got the Tigers, but I think there's a few other. Like, I feel like every deck's got to be able to play naturally against the Stein Monarch deck. So some of these things like Socrates Armor just may not be as good because things like Socrates may not be as good because Stein Monarch can just pop those cards with Regeki Break and Mobius. So I think Saku really should just be like limited to the side deck here, just to play against those like beatdown centric decks. Warrior coming in, Dean here with the classic build. It's very standard in my opinion. Again, nice to see the different representation. As mentioned before, like now everybody's gonna be rocking the Stein Monarch, and yeah, that's all I got to say. Sometimes you want something a little bit simpler, and just like I wouldn't say like Monarch's particularly hard to play, but there's a lot more potential to misplay it, I think. It takes a certain kind of player still. Jim Bob coming in with the zombies. I'll have to see the zombie crew kicking in. Got the triple. Got the whole turtle package going with the rat pack. Having all the probably a bit more like earth targets, but that's just nuances. Book of Life. I wish there was more. I wish there was more good zombie targets, really, because Book of Life has some legs against the hitting those treeborn frogs in the grave, or really just hitting a bunch of targets in the grave, especially if someone's on like a Chaos Sork. giving him one last like pre-mat target, but it's mostly about hitting those damn frogs. Jimbo, nice to see the zombies coming into the event. And we just got a few other, more or less some of the same. We got a Cat Burn. All those guys I think only played like one game before he dropped out. But yeah, this format's become pretty streamlined. Otherwise, it's Warriors, Monarchs, and the occasional spice build like the Pac-Man. But yeah, I guess I don't have too much more to talk about. Oh, I didn't see. Oh, hi, Prad. I didn't see it in chat. Would call Mobius /heavy /break. Sorry, I totally missed the context because I didn't see the chat. My chat doesn't. Okay, weird. My chat doesn't appear on this YouTube panel here, but it does appear on my phone. Prada, if you're still here, what are your thoughts on this whole tournament? Did you have fun? Does the format have some legs? Or is it just this horrible, awful sack format that should be avoided at all costs? Or did you have a good time, Prada? I know the finals was unfortunate, but do you have any closing thoughts on the series here? Let me know. I'm watching chat. Or if anyone else is here, what are your thoughts on the coverage here? What are some prospects for the future? Is there room to grow, or are we just kind of locked into frogs and monarchs and warriors? Oh my! So far, I think it's just gonna be really hard. It's gonna take a lot of dedication, that time that people don't really have. I think people are just more interested in the other formats. Cool. Oh, sorry, you're calling the Mobius heavy break on the when you're talking about the Pac-Man build. Does anybody want to see anything else while I'm here with this FL Premium access? If not, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up for today and continue on, because life goes on. I don't have all day to talk about this stuff. Any closing remarks? Because other than that, stay tuned, guys, for Chaos Return coming up at the end of the month. That should be either the last week of September, first week of October. Jimbo's going to help bring it back. That is the format that more people are going to play. And they're spaced out properly now that we decided to collab and roll all the Stein formats into one. So yeah, thanks guys. I'm going to sign off here. I'll see you guys in the Discord.